You touched on not putting your name on the song. I guess for young songwriters out there,
put your name on everything.
Yeah, put your name on everything. And welcome back to Sleepless, a podcast about the creative process. This episode will be myself hosting Tom, and we are joined by Mariana stepping in for Robin.
Hi.
From the Sonar Network. And then our guest for today is legendary Canadian singer-songwriter Simone Denny. Thanks for coming.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, it feels like first time we connected, I think, was at Departure.
Yeah. I was
last year, conference.
The lounge,
Yeah. So feels like we've been trying to do this for a while.
And
so
we made it. We
finally great to have you here. Yeah.
Persistence pays off.
Yeah. So how was the rest of your summer?
Good. No complaints. Here, still traveling, still doing what I do.
Touring mostly.
A lot of touring, yeah.
You're touring in the UK soon, right?
I'm headed back there for Christmas. Yeah, doing about a week of touring there, so it'll be fun.
That's exciting.
Yeah.
Yeah, and is that like a standalone tour, or is it with other groups? Or
I'm not sure who else will be on the bill, but I know Mickey Modell and I will be touring. We kind of team up all the time. Yeah, Mickey's great, so it's always a fun time.
And you still tour with the Love Inc. guys, or no?
Unfortunately, one of our members, Brad, passed away about 4 years ago. And Chris is older now, and I think he's just kind of pulled off from the scene, and so it's just me carrying the banner and waving the flag. It's for Love Inc.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah.
And then, so you're originally born and raised in Toronto.
Born and raised in Toronto. Yeah.
That's great. And you stuck to Toronto through all these years.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah. Love my city.
Yeah.
Love my city. So
yeah, we were talking about it a little bit before that people are just kind of nice here.
We are. I think we are. I think I love my city. I love my country.
Yeah.
There's nowhere else like it in the world. And I think the more I go away and come back, the more I realize that, whether it's wherever it is I go when I come back. And I've been to some really beautiful places like Ireland.
Yeah.
I love Northern Ireland. I love Ireland. The people there are super friendly. But there's something about Toronto and Canada that it's, I'm happy here. Yeah. Although I should move to Ireland at this point. I really should.
You like I
really should.
Everybody's like,
why don't you just move here? And I'm like, I should.
Yeah.
I really should.
Yeah. Is Ireland a big dance country?
Yeah. Huge. Well, especially that song, You're a Superstar, I remember.
Yeah. It's like the unofficial anthem, apparently.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Song,
They loved it there.
Yeah.
I feel like that song was huge everywhere, though.
It was.
Yes.
Like
it was
everywhere.
big. Yeah. So I guess taking it back a little bit then.
Sure.
So were you always into music growing up, or how did it all?
I've always loved music. I mean, coming from a Caribbean background, my parents are Guyanese, so music is part of the culture.
Mm-hmm.
My mom used to live in England, so I got a heavy dose of Shirley Bassey and a lot of the artists there growing up, and I was hearing a lot of that growing up. My dad was in Guyana, so he had the Caribbean, the Bob Marley, the soca, that sort of thing. So I had a really eclectic mix growing up. And then, of course, being born and raised here, I heard everything on Chum, like everything on the radio, like everything. So I was just vibing with all of it, whether it was country, whether it was rock, whether it was Caribbean music, whether it was R&B, funk, whatever. I just absorbed it all like a sponge, pretty much.
Yeah. And then so when you were 6, I think it was that you sort of realized maybe you have a gift and you wanted to pursue it.
I think it was grade 6.
Oh,
probably
grade
about
6.
grade 6. About grade 6, there was a talent show.
Yeah.
I wanted to do something because it was for school spirit.
Yeah.
I was in my living room. My parents insisted that I learn an instrument so that I'm a well-rounded individual.
Yeah.
So I was learning guitar. Anne Marie's song was huge at the top of the charts at the time, You Needed Me, and I was learning to play it on guitar. And my mom heard me and thought it was my cousin singing. And she's like, why don't you sing that for the talent show? Now, before that, I'd planned to do a dance routine to Rock With You by Michael Jackson.
Oh, nice.
And I had all my friends and we were all going to do it. We got to the stage door and they all backed out of it, stage fright. And I'm like, really? So the second attempt was, You Need to Be by Anne Murray.
Right.
Went up. I think the kindergarten teacher played piano for me, sang it, got a standing ovation.
Wow.
And
The
I
rest
was
is
like,
history.
oh, like I didn't expect that. I literally just wanted to contribute to school spirit. And it was, I think that really was a catalyst that I enjoyed the crowd's reaction. I looked in the audience. My mom was tearing up like, I didn't know she could do this. You know what I mean? Like, it was like, what? So I think a big part of it was it made my mom happy.
Yeah.
And so I enjoyed doing things because, I mean, I grew up with both parents, but my mom and I were like, as we would say, bim and bam. So we were always together,
Right. Right.
And so once she was happy, it made me happy to do it. And I went back the next year and I did, what did I do? Fame?
Oh,
Fame.
nice.
Yeah, Fame.
Big
I did
songs.
that track. And again, got the same reaction. And I'm like,
Wow.
this
I'm
could
good
be
at
a
this.
thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm like, this could be something. But
Yeah.
That's so
went
cool.
on to high school and just started, I think I got the vice presidency at the student council. And then I got to represent the school everywhere. So I was always, meeting people up front, doing
Yeah.
things, organizing things for the high school,
Yeah.
talent show, fashion show, different school events going all over. So I was always out in front and it felt comfortable
Nice.
for me. Yeah.
And did you go to like a music school then after high school?
You know what?
or-
After high school, I went to Humber College
Okay.
for like a minute.
minute.
For a minute.
What did you study there?
Music.
Music.
Got in for music. I was really excited. And the thing was, when I got there I met so many incredible musicians,
Right.
that I would never have met before if I didn't go
Yeah.
to that school. So it really kind of put me right in the center of all the
Yeah.
up and comers and a lot of them are out there now doing incredible things, so it was the perfect timing to meet and be in that place.
Yeah.
It really kind of put my head straight. But within that, I was doing vocal lessons outside of the school. And the teacher, her name was Joyce Britton. She knew the producer of this show called Mama, I Want to Sing, which was a musical, major musical in the U.S. in
Mhm.
Brooklyn. And was it Brooklyn? Anyway, it's the longest running Black musical in the history of American music, off Broadway. That's it, off Broadway musical. And so it was myself, and there's quite a few other singers, Deborah Cox, all of us. I knew I had that in. So I went and auditioned and I got in and I told all of them. And it's like, go for the auditions, and we all got in.
Amazing.
Wow.
Yeah. So we were all part of it. So it was a great experience, so that was
And that must have opened even more doors.
that
for
opened
you.
up because that was really my exposure to gospel music.
Right.
So it was incredible.
And is that why you left Humber then? Because
That
you
was
got this
it.
gig. Yeah.
That was
yeah.
it. That
Yeah.
was it. I'm like, I'm actually doing what I want to do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm like, school will be there if I need it.
Right.
We all went in and did this full time, and it was great.
Yeah.
It
Yeah.
was a great
Gotta seize
opportunity. It was
that.
huge.
Yeah.
Huge
Yeah.
opportunity. And so part of the cast was Canadian, the choir, but the other half was American. So all the Americans came from the original musical to Canada to do those lead roles with us. So it was quite something to be coached by them, to interact with them, get that real American gospel,
Yeah.
flavor to the musical. It was a phenomenal experience for
That's
so many of
really-
us. Yeah.
It's really valuable.
It was.
Yeah.
It really was. It was probably one of the best experiences of my life, I would say, in terms of just exposure. Musically,
Yeah.
it was great.
That's very cool. Yeah. You don't
Yeah.
get that with school.
No,
No.
you do
No.
not.
No.
You do not.
Yeah.
No.
I was
yeah.
like, this is a now or never situation. I'm
But
like,
that's
I'm
a
taking
scary.
it.
It's a scary decision
Yeah.
to leave school. I mean, this show
is.
in general, we like talk to creators
Yeah.
about the creative process and
Yeah.
what got them to where they are and how they manage all the different aspects of being a creator. And like, I think that's one thing that comes up a lot is people making that shift in their lives,
Taking the leap. Yeah.
taking
Yeah.
a leap to
Yeah.
It is
become a
leap,
creator,
yeah.
to become an artist, and saying like, okay, I trust that I'm good enough at this that I can do it.
I'm going to
Yeah.
make my way.
You know,
Yeah, it's not
that
easy.
must have been really hard.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not easy.
And I guess the moral of that story is when you get an opportunity, take it. Is that fair?
Mhm.
I would say yes. I'm a person who tends to jump in at the opportunity if I feel it's something that's valid.
Right.
And then if it's not something for me, I will be like, no. Oh, I retract.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
like, what? This is not what I thought it was.
Right.
But I think it's always good to go for, you have to assess very quickly whether
Mhm.
this is something you can, that's going to elevate you, or that you can bring your talent to, and it will elevate it and take it somewhere. You know what I mean? So,
And that's a
what
skill you have to
do.
build too.
You have to build it very quickly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you might not
Especially in
be,
this business. Yeah.
yeah, exactly. You might not be, if you're a new creator, like trying to break into an
Yeah.
industry,
Right.
you might not be as well versed in what might be worth your time or
Sometimes
not.
it's just your gut.
Yeah.
You know, sometimes it literally is, you get a sense of the people you're working with, and you're like, you know what? I think I like where the vision these people have. I like where they want to go. I see where it could take me or where it could elevate this. Let's do it.
Is that
You
how
know?
you got into Love Inc? Is that how Love Inc started?
Well, Love Inc. was a different story. Before Love Inc., there was BKS.
Okay.
And BKS is also a legendary group here in Canada.
Yeah.
Who the catalyst of that was Chris Shepherd.
Right.
I had heard about Chris Shepherd. I knew kind of what he did. And I got called through a friend of theirs, Anthony Vanderberg, who was a producer here in Toronto. And he recommended me for their recordings. And I just kind of went in because I used to do a lot of session work. So I was like, I'll go in and, sure, what do you need? So scream, hold the note, sure, okay, whatever. And I did it. I was not quite sure where it was going to go because it was kind of a basic track. And that track was Dreamcatcher, and it got us a Juno nomination.
Wow.
So I was like, okay, this is kind of where I want to go. So, it worked out really well. We did many more tracks after that. Astroplane, I'm in Love with You. Can't even remember all of them, but they all did really well, and really kind of broke ground in house music and dance music here in Canada. And Chris, of course, is the person who brought dance music to Canada.
Yeah.
So it all directions, all like gut, everything was like, let's go.
Yeah, I got to follow this guy.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And what I liked about it was that I was in a different genre from all the other vocalists. I'm not a person who likes to compete with people.
Right.
I like to be in my own space and make it my own.
Yeah.
Right.
So a lot of people like to compete. It's not my thing.
Yeah.
So
Never has been.
was this just after your time in Brooklyn then, or were they sort of overlapping?
Well, we were in Canada doing that musical.
Oh,
actually,
yeah.
the Opera House
on
Queen Street, that's the theater.
Oh, wow.
And so it actually used to be a theater with
Right.
seats,
Oh.
and that's where the musical was.
Yeah, it feels like that.
So so it was. I think there's advertising on TV, whatnot, in the papers. So people were coming in droves to see the show.
Yeah.
So that's where we did the show. After that, it was just a group of vocalists, all of us doing different session work, and we would. Oh my gosh. When Nelson Mandela was released, we were the choir that sang for him.
Oh, wow.
Amazing.
So we do all kinds of things like that. Bishop Tutu was at the church on Bloor. We sang there,
Oh,
so it was
cool.
a whole bunch of us we had different groups. One was an R&B group called M3s. And we tried to audition, I think, what's the name of the group that came across? They produced Lisa and the Cult Jam. I forgot their name. Anyway, they came over, had a competition. We competed to get signed. We did lots of different things as new artists do to try to be seen and get out there.
Right.
So when the Love Inc. situation came and the BKS, it was like, let's go.
Let's do
Yeah.
it.
I was like, it's getting radio play.
Yeah.
And it's funny because I'd been working with a producer for a long time, and he would never kind of give me that time to get in and do my own thing. He felt I didn't have the right image and the right look. And then when the BKS stuff took off, all of a sudden that same producer was like, hey,
Yeah.
how come you don't come to the studio anymore? And I'm like,
It's funny how that happens. isn't
it's funny. It is funny because I was touring with that as well. So, they were all very great steps in my career. And then Chris disbanded disbanded BKS, came to me and said, I want to do Love Inc., a group Love Inc. I want you to be the vocalist.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Yeah.
So
And
that's
I'm
when you
let's
did
do
like
it.
a full record then.
That was it.
Okay.
Well, we did full records with BKS. We did, if you ask any of the fans out there for the Much Music CDs, those CDs have all those BKS songs on them.
Right.
So you're from Ireland.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
you've got to tap into those. I think you'll like them too.
Yeah, gotta
You'll
check
like them
that out.
too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure.
Yeah.
So what were some of those like, I guess, early writing processes like with Love Inc?
Great. I did a lot of the writing with Brad.
Okay.
So Brad, we had incredible writers like Vince DiGiorgio, who wrote the lyrics of Superstar. Brad produced it. I contributed to the melody of Superstar. Broken Bones, same thing. The actual concept for that song came from a very dear friend of mine, was known as DJ Sweat, who's Corey Bradshaw, or AKA James Bradshaw, who's a very instrumental producer in so many house tracks in Canada. And he was producing a lot of the BKS stuff. And the whole concept of Broken Bones was his. And I guess Chris liked it, took it. You know, Corey didn't get credited for it, but, you know, it became Broken Bones to what it is now. And Brad and I literally sat on a floor in a studio with lyrics and just kind of pieced them together to what you hear as Broken Bones now.
Wow.
We're like,
That's amazing.
let's put this together. Yeah, that makes a chorus. Let's put this one together. Yeah, that makes a verse. That was what we did.
That's amazing.
Literally to put that song together.
And like when you're singing some of these, like when you were singing some of those songs for the first time in the studio, did you know then, you know, some of them?
Superstar I knew.
You knew?
Superstar I knew.
Sure.
Instantly. I was
Right away.
like, this is a great track. I had no concept of how big it would become.
Yeah.
Right.
But I knew it was a great song. And with Broken Bones, once we had put it together and we started, I had the worst allergies of my life that day in that recording session. Like
really?
the worst. It was, I think we did it like maybe March, April, May, somewhere around
so
there.
that's spring pollen.
It was brutal. So
wow.
I was literally over enunciating to get the sound out, and it worked. And I was like, thank God. But, you know, so when I hear the song, I always remember that moment. It was a studio up on Steeles that we were doing it out of. So it's a lot of the memories come flooding back.
Yeah.
You know, certain things will randomly trigger it. And I'm just happy that it still means something to people.
Oh,
Yeah.
big
You know,
time.
the songs really mean something. And that's why I continue to do it.
Oh my God.
Because
yeah.
it resonates deeply. It resonates so deeply for people. It at times really blows my mind, because there's people who are not familiar with the genre who'd be like, oh my God, you're like singing the same music. Don't you get tired of singing the same song? Oh my God, it's like, the song's like, what, 27 years old? And I'm like, okay, those are the kind of songs you want in your career. You want anthems. That's
Oh
what
my God.
you want. You want the I Will Survives.
Yes.
You know, that's what you want, because they live forever.
Yeah.
They really do.
They literally
like
live
young
forever.
people are really into that song.
Oh, absolutely.
Dance floor filler still.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Club
Yeah.
dance
It's like,
anthems.
I mean, I don't DJ, but I imagine as a DJ, if you put You're a Superstar on, people are going nuts.
Yeah. It's a guaranteed floor filler for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I probably the first time I probably heard that song was probably on, do you remember Clubland TV?
Yep. Yeah.
I don't know if that was a thing over here, but I remember
No.
on TV, and they would have all the dance tunes and all that stuff. And that song was definitely on there.
Yes. I wasn't there for the initial launch in the UK, which was 2003.
Okay.
Yeah, I want to say 2003. In Canada, I think it was 1999, 2000. That's when Superstar originally came out in Canada.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah, and then there's a whole story with that. That's where Mickey Modell comes in.
Right.
If you want to hear that, should I go to that part of the interview?
Yeah, it was. So I guess, what happened there for that? Because it probably didn't blow up then, the song,
well, it blew up in Canada.
Blew up in
It was
Canada.
massive.
That album was the first platinum Canadian album.
Right.
Yeah, first dance anthem.
And you won Juno for that?
First dance group to go platinum in Canada.
Right.
So we literally laid the groundwork for dance music in Canada.
Yeah.
I don't think a lot of people know that or recognize that, but that is true.
Right.
Yeah.
And so it took off in the UK because Mickey Modell came to Toronto on vacation.
Okay.
And of course, being the record collector that he is, he went to Sam, the record man on Yonge Street, and was going through the crates, found the song, asked them to play it, fell in love with it. He's like, this is a great track, because he owned record stores in Belfast.
Right.
And I worked with them, and he took it back to Ireland, Northern Ireland, approached the label over there. I think it was BMG UK, and said, I would like to press copies of these to play in my store. They granted him the license. He started playing them in the store. They sold out. The song went to number one, and here we are.
Wow.
Yeah, and the story doesn't end, because once it went number one in Ireland, Dave Pearce, who's a friend of Mickey, was completely enchanted with the song, and he's like, I want to sign that to New Life. He signed it to New Life, and then it shot to the top of the charts in the UK. So that's when it went to number 5 or number 7 on the UK main dance charts.
Yeah.
So it
Wow.
had so it was all over London, Manchester, Wales, you name it. It was, and it spread out across Europe from there.
And you say you don't like to compete, but that was a big time for dance music too, in
Huge.
general. So
Huge.
you really were competing and fully
But
coming
not
out on top.
really, you know what, not intentionally
Not
trying to go like,
intentionally.
oh, we're going to outdo. Like, it wasn't that kind of energy, at least not for me. I don't know what was going on in the background, but for me, it was more like, this is happening.
Yeah.
You know, this is a dream that I've wanted to happen. This is happening, you know? So again, in a completely different genre, all the other girls are doing R&B, and I'm like, that's great.
Yeah.
I'm over here doing what I like to do, and I'm good. And I'm unique in my genre, and I can iron it out, and it's mine.
Yeah.
You know?
That's
so it was great. And then I was repping for Canada, which really made me happy too.
It's big,
Because you didn't have a lot of Canadian dance acts, if any at all, really doing anything at that time. So it was really just very cool feeling to be doing that.
Well, and a lot of artists, once they hit that big, will typically move to the States.
Yes.
It's like, that's the next step. Okay, I hit the ceiling in Canada.
Yeah.
I'm going to go try to make it even bigger in the States.
Yeah.
But you decided to stay in Canada.
I did.
That's pretty special. I think that's really cool.
What can I say? As we were talking about before, I love my city. I love my country. I think we're world class.
Yeah.
And you can fly out to all those places. You can States is right there.
But I also like to see artists that are succeeding staying in Canada, because it sends the message to other aspiring artists that, like, you can have a career here.
Absolutely.
You can, go places. You can build a creative career in Canada, because it feels like people just automatically are like, I got to get out.
Well, I mean, keep in mind the music that I'm doing is European, and we did get signed to a label in the US via BMG, Vic BMG.
Yeah.
That was pushing it over there. And I think it went to number 30 or something on the dance charts over there. So it did get the push, and I think MTV had played it for the MTV Awards at one point, with the red carpet. So we were like, oh, and so we did tour, bits and pieces around the US, and it was cool. Yeah. But I think our brand of dance music was very European.
Yeah.
It was very, very European. So
there's a huge influence at that time.
Yeah. It was a massive push from the European side. So it made sense in Europe, over there. So,
That's important too.
Yeah.
But it's nice to have that sort of pride of where you come from.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. All the time.
Yeah.
All the time.
Have you found life as a musician in Toronto over the years? Has it been getting better?
Well, I'm back and forth, right?
Back and forth.
I used to tour in the States a lot, and then there's more to the story, because Love Inc. eventually, I left the group for many reasons, and it was a very hard time when I left, because I'd worked very hard to get to that pinnacle and that jump off, going, oh my God, it's going to shoot off, it's going to be amazing, and then I had to go. And that's a whole other story. That's a whole other story. But I had to leave and save myself and get out of that. And within a year or so, I ended up doing a track for a group called Wildlife.
Yes.
And that shot off to number 1. And I didn't put my name on the song. I'm often reprimanded for that. I just didn't really know the producers. I didn't know where it was going. I didn't know what it was going to do. And I was like, you know what, just go for it. You don't need to put my name. I'll be the vocalist. Worst mistake of my life. But I ended up touring on that too, which was great. Only thing is I became the face of Wildlife instead of Simone Denny. So that was very difficult.
Right.
And that in itself caused problems because the DJs wanted to be out front. And I just have this energy when I'm singing that I just become the face and the name of the group, and eventually that disbanded as well. But before it did, we did a Queer Eye for the Straight Guy, which was
it was a
huge
theme song.
That's right. So the original Queer Eye for the Straight Guy, that was me singing the theme song.
Yeah,
that was me in the video.
That's massive.
That was huge. Yeah, that was huge as well. So I've had some great times, doing music. I don't regret any of them. You just keep moving forward and looking for the next thing.
Yeah. 100%.
Yeah.
And then you touched on not putting your name on the song, I guess, for young songwriters out there.
Yeah.
What would you, because I know it's not many people might know, like,
Put your name on
yeah,
everything.
put your name on everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Put your name on everything. Absolutely. Have great lawyers that are truly in your corner.
Right.
I didn't have one when I signed with Love Inc. I have a good lawyer with Love Inc.
Mhm.
And I regret it to this day, you know? So there's so many aspects. You have to have people that believe in you,
Yeah.
that are truly there to see you prosper and do well.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And you'll get a sense of that. I was kind of floating, just so enchanted by everything that was going on,
Right.
you know, and I just trusted because I'd never had to deal with a
Yeah.
situation like that,
Mm.
you know? So you live and you learn.
Yeah, and I feel like
You
that's
know?
quite a common story you hear
It
Yeah.
is a
with
very
young
common
artists.
story.
Yeah,
It
yeah,
is
Yeah,
a
you
very
have to
common
advocate
story.
for yourself.
You really
Sure.
do.
yeah.
You really do. It's,
Yeah.
it's rough out there.
Because
So-
it is the
Yeah.
music business. Isn't it?
Business.
Right.
Yeah.
You got it.
Yeah.
Tough
Absolutely.
industry.
Yeah, so it can be.
Very.
Yeah.
And everybody's looking out for themselves.
Right.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah. And
Yeah.
they're not thinking about like what's best for you at all, really. It's like you have to really think you got to think ahead.
Absolutely.
What's
and I
going to
think,
happen in 5-10 years?
well,
with
that's
this.
true. But I
Yeah.
think also for me, they just figured they were giving an opportunity to this little black girl from Scarborough. You know, like, you know,
Mm.
here, you know, try it out. You know, this is as best as it's going to get for you, you know? And so
Right.
they're like, we've handed you an opportunity. Be happy with that.
Right.
And I think that was really where that was coming from. And it's like, if she doesn't know, we won't tell her.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
that's what it was. It's like, we're not going to tell her, let's sign the contract and just do what we got to do.
Yeah.
And it's a horrible thing. And it's very prevalent in dance music as well, because it's not just me. There's many other dance artists that have had that happen to them as well.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it's a lot.
Yeah. It's definitely, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's
It's
ruthless.
a rough industry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, yes, so Simone, we originally met at the Mentors Lounge at Departure
Yes.
conference, which is a music and entertainment conference here in
Yes.
Toronto. And in the Mentors Lounge, it's kind of like where they have like industry professionals and anyone can attending can
Yes.
meet, right?
It is the former Canadian Music Week.
Yeah.
To push Canadian music. It's now Departure because they want you to depart.
Right.
You know, from Canada. So the Mentors Lounge was all the amazing music vets and industry people who artists and creatives were able to chat with one-on-one.
Yeah, it's amazing.
It was amazing. And yeah, hope to be part of it in next spring.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
it's good because you got people that are like yourselves, fellow musicians, but then you have other sort of people that have been in the industry. Like I think I
Yes.
talked to a couple of music lawyers and
Yes.
stuff like that as well.
Everybody, radio,
Yeah,
labels, everybody.
yeah,
Yeah.
rights organizations as well. I think
Yeah,
you talked to one or two.
Hosts, TV hosts, everybody
Yeah,
was there.
so
Sounds
it's
like a
great.
great
Yeah,
place
it's,
to
It was
network.
phenomenal.
yeah, it's a
Yeah.
great place to
Beautiful
network.
energy.
Yeah,
Yeah, it was great.
Yeah. Wow. You wear so many hats as an artist.
You have to.
Yeah.
You don't really have a choice.
Because you pursue music, obviously that's
Yeah.
something that you're passionate about, but then you also, I think it's just the nature also of the business too. It's like you have to be an on-camera personality. You have to be a host, an interviewer, a
Everything.
dancer, an actor.
Everything.
Like,
The more you
everything
can do
at
for
once.
yourself, the better.
yeah.
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 yeah. Would you manage all your social medias
I
yourself?
tried to.
Yeah, yeah.
I haven't found somebody. I had a couple of people managing, and I didn't like the way it was going.
Mm.
Okay.
So I just took it over again. Sometimes I can get overwhelmed by social media, so I won't post.
Well,
Yeah, well,
I'm
sure people are-
understandable.
Hundreds of people are tagging you a day
But
now
you
with
know,
the song. and
it's just how many times a week do you need to see my face?
Right,
You know what I
right,
mean? Like
right.
I'm like I see people doing selfies all the time, and I'm like, I really think they need to see me
yeah,
another 4 times this week. Going,
yeah.
you know what I mean? Like it's a bit much, you know.
Yeah.
So sometimes I just let it breathe for
yeah.
a bit, and it's like, oh, and this is what I'm doing. I'm like, oh my god, I haven't posted in 2 weeks. Okay, here I am again.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
You know, so that's more where my head is at this point. It's
I feel like you have to do it sustainably. Like
over
without,
it. I'm
otherwise
so done with social media. I'm
it's
so
too
tired.
much.
Yeah,
It
it's
becomes a
lot.
lot.
Yeah.
And then my family's always like, you're on your phone like all the time. I'm like, I have to post. I
that's
have to
work.
see I have to respond to people, you know, and then the emails that come in,
Oh,
It's busy.
you got to do, it's what you got to do.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
did you do TikTok and stuff as well?
I have TikTok. I haven't really gotten into TikTok.
Yeah.
TikTok for me is more of a search engine. I'm like, oh, what can I find? Oh,
Right, right.
You know, so I post on there, but I'm very delinquent in my posts. I'm not as good as I should be.
Yeah.
Not as good as I should be,
Yeah.
but we'll get there.
Well, maybe we could get a You're a Superstar dance started for
Oh
TikTok.
my God,
I
a
think so.
viral,
Yeah.
a
That would be
viral
all-
dance.
I
we
love
could set
that.
that.
That
It's
would be
time to
good.
bring it back.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
think.
we could
do
People
that.
still
So.
love the song.
Yeah,
Like,
it's
Oh, yeah.
massive. Yeah.
When I sing it somewhere, people are just like, "Oh my God, that's you! Oh my God!"
Yeah.
I think the response is funny for me because I'll be somewhere and some will know who I am, some won't.
Mm.
Because after I left Love Inc., I kind of just fell off the radar. I remember I went to the States and I was doing stuff over there, and like other celebrities were on TV and doing different things. I didn't have that, so I was kind of under the radar, and still am. Some people would walk up to me in the mall. I know who you are, and I'm like, who am I? You know, you're the singer of Love Inc. I'm like, who's that? You know, so because I like to be
Under the radar.
under the radar. You know, I didn't come into this business not about fans and knowing who I am when I walk in a door. I actually like when you don't, because then I get to see how you really are.
Yeah.
You know, who this person really is. Is it about the fame? Is it about, brown nosing? And, you know, that's when I see who you are. And then all of a sudden they're like, why didn't you tell me? I'm like, no, I needed to see who you are.
Yeah.
So I'm good with that.
That's good.
Yeah.
Yeah. And is there any like dance artists like nowadays you'd like to work with, or
I think
who are your
more
favorites at the minute? or something?
DJs.
Yeah.
You know, I really have to tap in to the UK scene some more,
Yeah.
because that really is the source
Mm-hmm.
of
Well,
it.
and they love you.
Oh, but it's not just, you know what? It's just, I think that UK DJs have a really cool way of reviving songs. Like Superstar went #1 again in 2022.
Oh, wow.
With the Belters only.
Right.
wow.
They redid it, re-sang the vocal for them, and it shot to the top of the charts again in
Wow, look at
Ireland.
that.
You know, it's crazy how this song just keeps going.
Yeah.
And it was
just
a
finds a
completely
new
different
life
life.
every little while. Yeah.
It was it's amazing. It
Yeah.
really is. Actually, Mickey Modell and I were putting out a new Broken Bones version, but we had to put the brakes on it because a young DJ group insisted on putting theirs out, even though we had already started, which was very disrespectful.
Oh.
And we still put it. We kind of just had to pull it all back, and so we had to really take it to the top of the label and just kind of put a brakes on it, because if an original artist is putting out a song, the song,
Right.
just
First dibs.
right,
Yeah. That makes
they
sense.
did not do first dibs. They
Okay.
decided that they were going to compete with us
Oh, wow.
and push their version until we got, we were able to get to the label and let them know, and they said no, that's you don't do that. So we were very grateful for that respect.
Yeah.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
was very difficult.
Yeah. So
Wow.
explain that a little bit. So I guess at that point, the rights to the song,
Anybody can do any song,
yeah, anyone could do.
but there's just a level of integrity
Yeah.
that should be still in the industry. There's certain things you just don't do,
Right.
Yeah.
and to know that the artist is bringing out reviving a version, which was a great version, and they decide you're going to compete with the artist,
Yeah.
the original
Yeah.
artist.
Yeah.
Knowingly.
That's
Yeah.
not, you just don't do that.
It's one thing
No.
if
You
it
know?
happens by accident.
Exactly.
That's another thing if you know.
Right,
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. So, luckily we were able to have that situation handled, and we're going to give it a little break, and maybe in a few years we'll bring it back out.
It'll come back around.
Yeah.
Okay. Well,
Yeah.
excited
Yeah.
to hear that.
Oh
Yeah.
no, it happens.
Yeah, yeah.
It's the
I mean, you
industry.
put out a country version of it, right?
Yes, we did.
Yeah.
We did.
How
That
does
was
that
fun.
do? Like, was
I
the
did-
response
I
good?
I think it hit radio out west,
Yeah.
and people had fun with it. And I think it was a complete mind screw when I play it, and I performed it in Edmonton, and people were like, "Oh my God!" I'm like, "I know."
It's really fun. Yeah.
It was fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It
The
was a
country's
lot of
so
fun.
big again
Yeah.
now. Like,
I mean,
Yeah.
and like, there's been a lot of like crossover with hip hop and country
Yeah.
lately too, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Like,
And R&B and country.
yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
a lot of it.
Yeah.
But I like all kinds of music, so what's the word? I'm a multi-genre artist.
Yeah.
I say, as much as I am a
Absolutely.
dance artist and dance icon, and I know that that's what people love me for,
Yeah.
I can sing a lot of different. I did a track with Graham Trude, who's a country artist here, called Home Crowd. That is a phenomenal track that we want to get signed to the Raptors or the Blue Jays or some sports team, and it's rock and country, and
Oh,
had a
fun.
blast doing it. Love it. It's on Spotify.
Cool.
Loved it.
You're also trained in opera, aren't you?
Well, that was my initial training, was opera.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
That was Joyce Britton, who I'd mentioned,
At
who
Humber.
got me the audition for Mama, I Want to Sing.
Oh,
So
yeah.
it was her. And she was like, you'd be such a great opera singer. I love opera, but I don't feel it the same way when I
Mhm.
sing it. You know,
Mhm.
so I felt that I'd be not giving it justice.
Yeah,
And
you
I
just
loved,
don't connect.
I was like, I love it. And I could go to the opera and listen to music and be completely immersed in it and enjoy it. But when I sang it, I was like,
Is that because you're focusing a bit more on techniques or something, or is there a bit more?
operatic training for breathing is amazing.
Yeah,
It really opens you up and it teaches you the posture and to stand and to really
right.
project and build the note.
Mm.
So we have amazing artists like Misha Brugger-Grossman who do it justice. You
Right.
know, when
Mhm.
Misha sings, you're like, now that's an opera singer.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? So I wasn't doing it that justice. So I was like, no. So I pulled back.
that makes sense.
Yeah.
Another question that popped into my head there. Do you still have any of the original like test pressings or first pressings for any of those?
I
Early
don't.
records?
I don't, but I'm sure.
Because I'm sure they're collector's items.
I'm
now.
sure you can get them at Play to Record.
Okay.
That's probably where you could get them on Spadina.
Okay.
It used to be on Young Street by Zanzibar,
hmm
but now it's on Spadina. Eugene will probably have that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you collect records? Are you
You know
a
what?
record
Now
person?
I'm now starting to get into it.
Oh, yeah?
I never was into it, but now I'm like, I have a lot of vinyl from my dad's collection,
Mm.
and now I'm going to start, actively buying more. I've got to do it. When I travel with Mickey, the first place he goes is a
It's the
record store.
Yeah.
I really got to start going with him. I'm
Right.
in awe of his record collection, and
Wow.
I'm like, where'd you get that? Like,
Yeah.
where? So I've got to start doing it. I think every time I hit a city, I'm like, where's the record store?
Yeah.
Let's see if I can find some originals.
Yeah, because it's so in again now as well.
It is. It
Why
came
not?
back for
Yeah.
sure.
I was just saying this in conversation last night at dinner. I said, there's nothing like when a needle hits a vinyl record.
Yeah,
Mhm.
it's
There's
true.
nothing like it.
Yeah.
Literally, there's nothing like it.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
I like it because it makes me have to get up to flip it.
Yeah.
That's right.
So
But the
I
sound, the tonal quality is so warm.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That little,
Oh yeah.
I love it. Love it.
Yeah.
And what's your thoughts on this whole music streaming debate?
Not a
At the
fan.
moment? Not a fan.
Not a fan.
Yeah.
I think there are benefits to it in terms of it helps artists get their music
Right.
out there, but now the industry is so inundated with artists. Are they getting the attention that they deserve?
Mhm.
Yeah.
I don't really see labels doing artist development anymore. It's
Yeah.
more
Yeah.
like, come with your numbers, come with the
Yeah.
song, come with the remixes, come with
Yeah.
an audience. How many places have you played? I'm like,
Yeah,
Yeah.
well, what is the record company doing?
yeah, and
They
just
want
expect
piece of
more
their
and more.
endorsements. They want, and I'm
Mhm.
not saying that to slam the record companies. They gotta, find a way to stay alive and stay afloat too. But, I'm very lucky to have come up in a time where there was still artist development.
Yeah,
Mhm.
And we were very lucky to have the big machine of BMG in terms of marketing, which is really what pushed Love Inc. To what it was. It was
Yeah.
a huge record label, and that's really what took Love Inc. over the top,
yeah,
big
'Cause
time.
yeah. I feel like nowadays, most way artists are made is through their actual gigs and shows, right?
Yeah,
It's tough to
Yeah.
make for an
Very.
individual artist off streaming, and your record
you don't
sales
make
are
money off of streaming.
yeah,
You just
No.
don't.
nothing.
Which I don't understand how that's even legal. It doesn't make any sense to me that artists don't make money off of that. There's so many new artists that need that money
Yeah,
to survive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think
I
we
mean,
need,
not to mention that the CEO of Spotify is an actual villain. Like
So I've heard.
That's true.
literally
yeah,
like a super villain.
Yeah.
So I've heard. So I've heard.
So yeah, that doesn't help.
I'd
Yeah.
like to see us go back to hard copy like CD,
Yeah.
and that'd be great.
yeah,
I do. I have such good memories of my CDs. Like
Yeah.
that. I was just thinking about it the other day that I had this memory of getting in a really bad fight with my best friend and sitting on the front steps of my porch, and I was so angry at her and like crying. And I had this Discman with an NSYNC CD
Oh, nice.
and my
Classic.
headphones, and I was just sitting there like crying, like looking at my Discman.
That's
I just like the
cute.
physical media of it, you know,
Yeah.
like it's like that's forever burned in my brain.
That's right.
Yeah.
And it's like that
I
was
think
an experience.
We need to get back to it.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
think we really do need to get back
Do you remember
to
the
it.
first CD you ever got?
Oh my God. It must have been like a Spice Girls or something when I
Girls.
was like 5. Like a very, yeah. It must have been like mid 90s kind of
Right.
like pop group. But I don't remember. I do remember having the Britney Spears CD. Where
Nice.
I can't even remember. Oh, I remember the Baby One More Time CD that was pink with her sitting
Yeah.
with
Yeah.
the little schoolgirl outfit. That is also an image burned into my brain that
Right.
I probably played that to death.
Do you remember first CD you ever
Don't
got?
remember the actual CD, but
Yeah.
I want to think it's probably Michael Jackson.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I want to, because I'm a huge Michael fan. My whole room was Michael Jackson. Literally, literally, the ceiling, the walls. Like there was no actual wall. All it was Michael, and then other celebrities in between that I admired. There would be like Right On magazine and things like that.
Yeah.
I'd be like cutting clips out and putting them up. All Whitney Houston, Janet Jackson,
Yeah.
Chucky Booker, like all people that I had admired musically. Not crazy fangirl kind of stuff, more just these are people that I admired and what they had accomplished in their career. I loved their voices.
Mm-hmm.
And Michael just was such an incredible icon. I think Lionel Richie was on there too. Like just people that just were amazing to me,
Yeah.
Musically. So yeah, Michael would probably have been the first one, most likely.
That's
Yeah.
pretty good. That's
Yeah.
pretty good.
How about
Yeah.
you, Tom?
I'm pretty sure it was like a Queen greatest hits
Oh,
album.
nice.
from what
I
I
have
remember.
a double album of that. Yeah.
Yeah, it was like
Yeah.
I remember it was like silver or platinum or
Yep.
something, and it had like 2 or
Yep.
3 CDs. It's probably the same
Yep.
one you're talking
Yeah, I've got it.
Yeah.
about.
Greatest hits are good albums
they're
to
so
start
so
with
good.
when you're young.
Yeah.
Because like I
Yeah.
remember a Beatles greatest hits album that I had when I was little, and that was what made me discover the Beatles. And then I
Yeah.
went down all kinds of rabbit holes from there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have to say kudos that you even knew who the Beatles were, because there's a lot of younger artists and people that have no clue who the Beatles
Yeah.
are.
Wow.
I'm like, how?
That's wild. I guess we're
Yeah, I'm like,
reaching
how?
that
Yeah.
point.
Yeah,
in
Well,
time.
that's good music.
It's funny.
Wow.
We were talking to another guest a while back about when the Beatles first came to
Yeah.
Toronto and like the Beatlemania
Yeah.
and stuff.
Maple Leaf
and-
Gardens, I believe.
Yeah, and then
Yeah.
comparing it to like Taylor Swift mania.
Oh yeah.
Absolutely.
It's kind of I guess there's similarities, but
Absolutely.
different as well at
Different
the same time.
time.
Yeah,
Yeah. There's always a little bit of mania.
yeah,
There was some Love Inc. mania. I get it.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
I get it.
yeah. How did you handle all that mania?
I couldn't go anywhere.
Yeah,
It was really hard.
it's really hard.
It
Yeah,
was very difficult
Yeah.
for a long time. I couldn't even go to the mall. And that was not when
Wow.
you couldn't do online shopping.
Mm.
You had to
So
go,
if I had to buy stuff for
You
my
have to
tour,
go
what I
outside.
had to go into the mall. I
Yeah.
had to go into Shoppers. So I'd wait till like half an hour before
Wow.
closing,
Oh,
because I
wow.
figured most people would have left by then. Because I
Jeez.
always like to do my own thing. I didn't want an assistant. I'm like, I don't need someone to go and buy me soap,
Right.
you know,
Yeah.
or
Yeah.
face wash, or I'm like, I can do that.
Yeah,
And I'd wait, and my mom would not understand why I would go so late. She's like, what do you mean you can't go to the mall? I was like, okay, come, let's go to the mall. So I took her with me. We went to the mall, got into, Body Shop, Scarborough Town Center. Well, got into Body Shop, and within 2 minutes, we're looking at items, and I tapped her on the shoulder, and she's like, I said, and we looked out, and there was a whole crowd gathered outside
jeez.
outside
Oh
the
my
mall.
God.
My mom literally went, what? I
Yeah,
said, and that's why I can't come to the mall.
wow.
She's like, oh my, she could not, like, it blew her
Wow.
mind. I said, that's why I come in just before they close. So I run in, I go to all the stores I got to hit, and then I'm out. I
Out.
run out
Yeah.
like very quickly.
Wow,
That
Wow.
was the first time I think my mom really,
it hit with her.
it really hit her what
Yeah.
was going on, because as far as she's concerned, it's my
Yeah.
daughter.
Yeah.
You know, my parents
Wow.
were, my dad's never gotten it. He just doesn't get it. My mom and my grandmother particularly were the ones that were just completely gobsmacked when they saw that. They were like,
Wow.
Did they ever go on tour with you or anything?
no,
No?
my mom never did. She would always, the great thing about social media now is she can go on and see and keep up with where I am and what I'm doing. Then she didn't. So I'd always be calling home. This is where I am. This is what's happening. She'd have the schedule. She'd know where the hotel, kind of where I was.
Yeah.
So she'd call, everything okay? You doing well? So that was more what was happening then. It was just a different time.
Yeah.
It was just a completely different time.
I can see why you want to stay low key.
Yeah. It's
That
a lot.
sounds stressful.
It
Yeah.
was.
Yeah.
I mean, we were out west. At one point, it was myself, Brad, who was one of the producers, and the third member of the group, and some of the dancers. And we got off stage. Well, when we were on the stage, people were trying to pull me off the stage,
Wow.
Oh my
pull my
God.
clothes while I was singing, because I would reach out and touch people's hands, and they were literally like pulling
Oh
my
my
shirt up. I'm like,
God.
oh my God. We got off the stage, and we were, okay, we're done, and we were walking towards the door to leave. And we looked back. We didn't realize there was a whole crowd of kids chasing us.
Wow.
Oh my God.
So we ran and we got to the doors and they were locked. And was like, no, push. And we got it out and then slammed it behind. And then luckily there was the car was waiting for us out there. We were able to jump in. It was
Oh
like,
my God. Like
it was,
escaping zombies.
yeah,
or
it was
something.
just, it was something.
Wow.
It was
Yeah.
something. And like, it was just different.
Did that sort of did that happen like overnight, or was it like a slow build you could see coming?
For me, I didn't see it coming.
Right.
Yeah, I really didn't see it coming. And
You just went to the mall one day and it was happening.
just happened. Yeah.
Wow.
it just happened out of nowhere. Because then the video was everywhere. The
Right.
song
Yes.
was
Music video,
everywhere.
Oh, and that was a music video time
Yeah,
too. Like
videos were big thing. Yeah, it was a
MTV.
big thing. I remember one time I took my little sister to do back to school shopping for her, and walked into Sears because I was getting her some clothes. And every time we stood there, and I'm like trying things, you like this, and every time somebody would walk by, they'd be like, and I'm like, what's going on? Like, what are they staring at? What's going on? Next person would walk by and they're like, and I couldn't figure out until we started to leave. I was like, let's go. I walk away from the area and I look back. There's a huge banner of Love Inc. above my head
Oh.
with my face
On
on
it.
it.
Wow.
Oh,
And I was
wow.
like, oh my God, because we'd come in from another entrance. And I'm like, that's why they were walking by going, I went, oh my God. So I was like, let's go. Most people would be like, oh my God, look, it's me.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I got this like
get out of here
cold chill. I'm like,
fast.
let's go,
Yeah.
let's go before someone tells someone and they all show up.
Yeah.
Not because I didn't love the fans, but it's just was never my thing.
Yeah.
It was not about, being seen and I'm a star. I was
Yeah,
never
yeah.
that person.
Yeah.
So it was always very overwhelming when it happened. Yeah.
Wow.
Jeez.
Yeah. It was fun. It was hilarious.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you still get mobbed like that? Or not?
You know what? I find the fans really most of the times they won't tell me they've figured out who I am.
Right.
And then they will come up very quietly and go,
Right.
they're like, your song that was my jam in university, or that was my jam in high school, or
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, you know who I am? They're like, yeah, oh my God, I love you. I was like, thank you,
Yeah.
So it's a different type of warmth now because the audience has grown up. Everybody's
That's what I was
moms
gonna
and
say
their
that.
parents, or the
Everybody kind
grandparents.
of matured.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So it's more of a warmth
Yeah.
that I feel
A little bit more
from fans, and
respectful.
it's
That's nice.
very sweet.
Yeah.
Even then, when they were rushing us, it wasn't because they hated us. It was because they loved us and they wanted to
Right.
be close to us. They loved the
Yeah.
music, and that part of it was very sweet. And I'm grateful for it. But still, nevertheless, very overwhelming.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I love my fans. I go to the UK, and when I'm there, people are just, it's beautiful. Like, it doesn't matter what show, whether it's Canada or Europe, every single show, someone has a story. Literally about this song,
About this song.
how it sustained them, how it got them through something, how it continues to get them through something.
Well, it's such a motivational song,
and it's
It's
a
easy
funeral
to-
song in the UK.
Yeah.
People,
Yeah.
were playing it for funeral. I'm like,
Wow.
the uses of this song,
Funerals.
funerals.
First
they slow
dances,
it
I'm
down?
sure, as well.
First dances,
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
Clubland, it's
Yeah.
all of it. It's one of the songs
Nostalgia
that helped
is-
build the Clubland
Yeah.
brand.
Yeah.
So it's got its own life.
Yeah.
And as I've said to many people, it's not about me anymore. It's not about the group. This song is bigger than us. I could never have projected that.
Yeah.
That's fair.
Wow.
I would never have known that it would have gotten that massive.
Right.
And that's why I continue to do it, because it means so much to fans. It's a lifeline for people,
Yeah.
Mhm.
you know? So I continue to do it.
The power of music.
Literally,
Right.
Pretty cool.
literally the power of music, literally.
Yeah.
Yeah. I watch it every time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's awesome.
Yeah.
So
It's
cool.
great.
Yeah. It's so cool.
No complaints here.
No.
None.
So with that, we might move on to our final segment.
Sure.
We have this hot take wheel,
Okay.
which has a variety of hot takes on it.
Okay.
It kind of just spices up the end of
Okay.
the conversation, and we ask our guests to give it a good spin.
All right. Oh, that was
Oh,
good.
Give it
you
a go.
guys- Yeah, there it is.
Okay, I'll
There
give
we
it.
go.
I'll give
Oh,
it a
it's a
go,
dark
trying to
one.
read it.
Hard to
If
read.
not,
Cheat. Go to the next one.
what's you love to take a break? I think it's what's a creation rule you love to take a break, but
Oh, put it in the light.
can you
Put it in the light.
read that one there, Mariana?
Oh. What's a creative rule you love to break?
Ah, that was it. I was close.
It's a creative
My
rule I love to
dyslexia and
break.
the writing not help.
I
Yeah.
break rules all the time. So that for me, that's the norm. You know, do what feels good for you at the
Right.
time. You know, it's
Despite the rules.
yeah,
Yeah.
sometimes you just gotta. Mental health is a big thing right now, and I think we're very cognizant of that, as opposed to constantly putting that pressure, constant pressure on yourself. Do what feels good. So if you're in studio and you've got to take a break, take a break. You know, sometimes you push through because I've got the idea, we're almost there. You know what, get all the elements of it down and step away.
Right.
Step away. If the pressure on tour is too much, step away. Find ways that you can, I don't know, get out to a park, go to dinner with friends. If you have friends in the city where you're touring, get together with them, or have them, if you get them to come to your hotel room and go, we'll order here, or we'll order at the hotel. Find something that can take your mind off things, you know, and that to me sparks creativity anyway.
Right.
Because once you give your brain a break or your ears a break from whatever you're doing, something goes in and you're like, oh, and you get back to it, you know? So for me, I'm all about breaks. I'm all about breaking the rules. I'm all about it.
Yeah, there's a lot of pressure to be like, go, go, go at
it's
all
too much.
times right now, especially for,
much.
like we were saying, like for a young artist that is trying to make it.
Yeah.
And there's so much,
Pressure.
so many expectations from them that they have to bring an audience. They have to build an audience. They have to this, that.
Yeah,
and
the
other.
that's a
label
lot.
wants
I think
4
that's a lot of
records in
pressure.
2 years or whatever.
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
crazy. Yeah.
It's a lot of
And
pressure.
be a TikTok star at the same time. And it's like, how? It's so
You
much.
know, I don't think those things are often sustainable.
No.
You know, like I think more, instead of trying to be a TikTok star, do what you guys are doing. Do a podcast.
Yeah.
You know, and
Yeah.
do it on your own terms.
Yeah.
I know even when I was doing mine during COVID, as we were talking about, there were times where I'm like, I need a break. It's too much wrangling the talent and the questions and I need a break. And I'd give myself that week or 2 off, and then I'd reschedule and be like, okay, let's jump back in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, you know, being as much as you can be in control of what you're doing, and that way you can call the shots.
Yeah.
You know, and take that time out for your mental health,
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
again, it will spawn creativity.
Yeah.
It will. When
Absolutely.
you're alone with your thoughts, it's hard because in this day and age, we're like constantly
Yeah,
bombarded with stimulation
yeah,
and we're all scrolling at all times. And it's like you're always looking at some new screen or video.
yeah.
But I was watching a comedian recently talking about how when she takes walks, she doesn't listen to music. She doesn't
That's
listen
right.
to podcasts. She's like, I'm just out there listening to the world and my own thoughts.
That's
and
me.
And she's like, at home, I will put music on. As soon as I leave the house,
Yeah.
Nothing.
it's just me and my brain. And that's how I come up with most of my ideas.
Yeah. For me,
Yeah.
it's a little different. When I'm not on the road singing, I listen to other genres of music.
Mm.
Okay.
I won't
something
go to a
outside,
club
yeah.
where there's dance music. I
Yeah.
just, because then, I mean, instantly I feel like I'm working.
Right.
Mm.
You know, so I freeze up and I can't relax.
It's not fun.
Yeah. So I will go to other genres. People see me put up a lot of soca music because it has nothing to do with dance
Yeah.
music. I can just take in the artist. And for me, actually, when I discussing that's where I get a lot of my stage prowess from, is watching those artists, because I have never seen an artist control an audience the way they do.
Yeah.
You know,
Right.
those are millions of people at Carnival, and at the flick of their wrist, they've got everybody or one
Yeah.
word, and the whole million or two people are doing whatever it is they say, and it's amazing. Just their audience interaction.
Yeah.
It's phenomenal. So, you know, I'll go to
You get
rock
inspiration from all these
I
different
went to
places.
Dallas Green the other day. A friend took me. Like, I'll
fun.
do everything else but dance. Like, that's where I get inspired.
Mhm.
You know, so hip hop, R&B, and anything else but dance. I can't do that and listen to it. It's too much all
Yeah.
the time. You got to take a break.
It is fair to say creativity needs to flow and not be forced. Would you say that's
Absolutely.
fair? Yeah, yeah.
That, I think, is one of the hardest things to do.
Yeah.
When you're trying to develop an idea or
Get in a flow
get a creative
state.
thought and you can't write.
Mm.
Mm.
You're like, I can't, I want to do something and it's not flowing. I've tried it 5 or 6 or 10 or 12 or 200 different ways.
Mhm.
Step back,
Hmm.
you know, log the idea, keep all the things that you did, you know,
Put
file
aside.
it,
Yeah.
step away,
Yeah.
Yeah.
step away from it.
Yeah.
You know, I think there's a lot of songwriters that I know that do that. And then when they're trying to come up with other songs, remember that idea I wrote? Let me just pull that up
Right.
and incorporate that into what they're doing. So what you've done is not wasted.
No.
You just log it, put it away,
Something for the future.
go on to something else,
Yeah.
combine, insert, do what you got to do.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I guess with that, any other advice you would give to any up and coming singers or creatives?
It's a rough industry out there.
Yeah.
Be true to yourself. That's what I would say. Be true to yourself as much as you can be.
Mhm.
Don't sell your soul for this industry.
Right.
Don't. There will always be someone we've been watching what's happening on the news with certain producers
Hmm.
Mm.
and people just dying to get in the industry and do anything to get it. Don't do it.
Yeah.
Don't do
No.
it. You will find a way. It may take a little longer, but you'll find a way. But
Well,
if
and you'll
you-
probably make better work that way.
Yeah.
Right?
It shows.
It's just not,
It always
it's just not
shows.
worth it.
Yeah.
It's just not worth it.
Yeah.
It's not worth it. You know?
Yeah. And then you can always hear and whatever music that you can always hear the passion and the
authenticity
work.
comes out.
Yeah. Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah.
And do it because you love it.
Yeah.
Not because you're like, I'm going to be a star. Do it because you love what you do. It's what you breathe every morning. It's, you know,
Yeah.
that's it. And manifest. I cannot stress the power of
Manifesting.
manifestation. The way you see me walking up on those stages on Clubland and all those shows, I manifested that.
Right.
You know, as a kid, I'd be walking back and forth at my basement wall, singing to an audience like
Right.
that. And every time I'm on stage, I'm like, oh my God,
Doing
this
that.
is what I manifested. You know, so the power of manifestation is very real.
Yeah.
It's very, very real. So I would say manifest as much as you can.
Yeah.
Amazing.
It's real. Put it up around you. If it's on your iPad, make sure it's something you visualize every day and you call it to you every single day.
Yeah.
Don't give up on those things. And for me, there's many different ways to get into the industry. Don't just be like, if I don't do this, then I'm not successful. You may be going into this industry as a singer. You might end up being a producer. You might end up being a writer. You might end up being a podcaster. You might end up being a host on a TV show. You don't know
Yeah.
where it's going to take you.
Just keep your mind open, I guess.
Be open creatively
Yeah.
to all of it. So
Yeah.
set your mind that I'm going into entertainment. Who knows where this will go?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know,
I think
and
that's
have
really
that.
good
Yeah,
advice.
Listen
that's
to your
good advice.
gut. I
Yeah.
think that's another good one too. You'll know when you're in the company of people that you're like, don't know if I should do this, or
Right.
you're in the company going, this
This
is
is right.
This is full steam
This
and
is
go.
good,
This is a
yeah.
good thing. Let's do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you can always walk away.
Yeah.
Don't
makes
sign
sense.
anything without a lawyer. You know, there's
That's
Get a
so
lawyer,
many
that's like good
things.
advice.
You know, like don't. I've seen it. You know, like,
Yeah.
and make sure you have a good lawyer.
Yeah.
Mm.
That's the one. Make sure you have a good one that's in your corner. There's a million lawyers out there that will do stuff for you. Make sure you got a good one and a team around you, whether it's friends or family or people that believe in you.
Mm-hmm.
That's a big one because that will propel you and keep you,
Onward.
sustain you to where you need to go.
Right.
Yep.
That makes sense.
That's great advice.
Yeah. So with that, another episode of Sleepless done. Thank you so much, Simone.
Thank you for having
Come
me.
on, really
This is
appreciate
great.
it.
Simone, where can the people find you? What are you promoting these days?
Everything you can find me on. Mainly, you can find me on IG on Instagram. You'll find me on TikTok. I'm there.
Love it.
But Simone Denny, look for the lips, look for the hat, look for the. You'll see me. I did have Facebook, not on Facebook anymore. But yeah, you'll find me. So there's a page still on Facebook that is approved. That was mine. It's been hacked. I'm not on there anymore.
Okay.
So I don't
to
answer
know.
anything on there. So whoever you're talking to, it is not me. So there you go.
And you're touring in the UK for Christmas, yeah?
Touring in the UK for Christmas with Mickey Medell, the Irish legend. So
Very cool.
we're going to have a good time.
Nice.
Yeah.
And anything locked in for 2026? Yeah.
It's all coming in. I'll
all
be
coming
back. I'll be back
Watch
again.
this space.
Yeah, I'll be back again. Watch my IG. I always post.
Yeah.
Always post. But I'll be back for sure in Europe for the summertime. For
Amazing.
Sure. Yeah.
Amazing. If you want to record podcasts like this of your own, as always, this is recorded at Sleepless Studios, located in downtown Toronto. We'll have all the information down below where you can find our website and all the details here. But then until next time, stay sleepless. Peace.